Plastic is created from crude oil, or petroleum, which is known as a natural resource. These resources take thousands of years to form naturally, and it is impossible for them to be replaced at the rate that they're being used. In 2013 alone, 659 billion pounds of plastic were produced, a 4% increase from 2012. The average person living in the United States, including you and including me, uses around 220 pounds of plastic every single year. Most of this plastic consumption is from packaging like plastic bottles and plastic bags, and with the constant increase of plastic production, recovery and recycling remain insufficient and billions of pounds of plastic are discarded into our landfills and oceans every single year. Americans use 2.5 million plastic bottles and 102 billion plastic bags, but most are tragically thrown away. Between 22 and 43% of all plastic is disposed of in landfills, but when plastic is shielded from light in landfills, it takes thousands and thousands of years for the plastic to decompose. Oftentimes, discarded plastic breaks and wears down into our land, contaminating our soil and contaminating our water, ruining vital components to life, food and water. 22 to 44 billion pounds of plastic end up in our oceans every single year. 5.25 trillion plastic particles, weighing roughly 593 million pounds, are floating in the world's oceans. This waste results in a loss of over $13 billion every single year, in destruction of fisheries and tourism, destruction of all of our beaches, and destruction of many pertinent ecosystems. Because when plastic is thrown and discarded into oceans, millions of sea creatures are killed because of us. Many people haven't even heard of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, or as I like to call it, Trash Island. Located between San Francisco and Hawaii, right where currents collide, this little island is now twice the size of Texas. Why? Because it is composed of 80% of plastic, weighing nearly 8 million pounds. So much discarded plastic from our personal use has made its way to the home of the albatross, where thousands are dying every single day because their food consists of tiny plastic particles and their bodies can't digest it. Some of these plastic particles in the currents on the way to Trash Island actually stay in the oceans, where fish begin to eat it, and then we eat the fish and we wonder why there are such high levels of BPA in our blood. Many people think that it is too hard to recycle and choose to forget the benefits of recycling. Nearly 6 to 10 times as many jobs are created through recycling, reuse, and composting initiatives as incineration and landfill jobs create. Recycling 2,205 pounds of plastic saves around 1,000 to 2,000 gallons of gas, a natural resource that is depleting so quickly that we may lose it in our lifetime. 66% of energy is saved when producing plastic products from recycled materials rather than raw materials. So why don't we change? Why don't we do something about this problem, especially since it involves all of us as individuals? Mother Earth has given us resources that we use every single day, yet we continue to break her down, destroy her, use her, and abuse her. One day there will be no animals to see, no air to breathe, no water to drink, and in the end, all that will be left is money. Alanis Obamsawin said it the best. When the last tree is cut, the last fish is caught, and the last river is polluted. When to breathe the air is sickening, you will realize too late that wealth is not in bank accounts and that you can't eat money. So think about it. Does the dollar really matter when the whole world's gone? Is plastic worth the destruction that we cause every single day? The real problem is us. We live in a society that relies on a fast-paced atmosphere. We live in a society that focuses on money, quickness, and simplicity rather than protecting and saving the world that provides for us.